Okay, so in this video, I'm going to be showing you how I make a slip knot and how to chain from that slip knot. This will come in handy in a lot of different patterns. I mean, it's a beginner stitch that any crocheter needs to know in order to make anything. So today I'm using just a size 4 yarn. It's a very standard, generic yarn for crocheting, and I'm using my 5mm hook. It doesn't really matter the gauge since we're not making anything, but just to practice, I'm using my 5mm. So to start the slip knot, what we're going to do is I'm going to hold it like this. I'm going to wrap it around these 2 fingers, turn, and then create this X over it. Okay, so I'll do that again. Hold it here. We're working with these 2 fingers. We'll wrap it behind it. I'll flip my fingers so you can see the top view, and we're going to create this X. Now with this, I usually hold it with my pinky against this finger right here, just for stabilization while we get this done. So I'm going to take my hook in my other hand, and I'm going to insert it under this one. See, I'll do that again. Under this piece of yarn here, grab this piece and pull it through up under. Now I'm going to twist it just so it holds on the hook, and I'll do that again so you can see. Let me get back to that part. Okay, so under this first strand, grab this one, pull it straight under, and then I'll just slide this whole thing off my fingers like that. You can see it knotting up, and it'll be a little loose, but you can tighten it up by pulling this strand, and that is your slip knot to start off. Now to crochet the chain or anything past the slip knot, you're not going to really worry about this end of the yarn. We're going to go with this one that's still attached to the ball of yarn. So to wrap the yarn around my fingers, what I usually do is, and there's a whole bunch of different ways you can hold your yarn. Some are more comfortable than others to me. You just have to find what works for you and what feels best in your hands to work with. For me, I go on the top of my pinky like this, around the back. I'll go over my pointer finger, and then I can hold with my thumb and my middle finger. I can hold whatever I'm working on and pull from right here. And it kind of just keeps that tension real good, so you're not making too loose of stitches or too tight of stitches, because that's an important thing too when you're making a pattern. That can change the way the stitches look and also change the size a little bit of whatever you're making. So you want to try to keep the same tension in your yarn when you're making something. I'll show you that again. I go over the underside of my pinky, back around, over the top of my pointer finger, and then I grab it with my middle and my thumb. So it kind of looks like this when I'm holding. I kind of have this. So now that I'm holding right on my slip stitch for stabilization, I can see that my slip stitch can easily move throughout my hook, because you don't want it too tight to begin with, or it'll be harder to work back into when if you go down and make a chain and have to work all the way back, it'll be hard to work into this one if it's too tight. So you don't want it to fall off easily, but you want it to be able to slide on your hook. So to chain, I'm going to wrap my yarn around my hook. Okay, I'll do that again. Wrap it over the hook, turn the hook to grab it, and then I'm gonna pull through that. And that is our first chain. So to chain again, yarn over the hook, grab it, pull through. And you can do that for as many times as you want. I'm gonna do 5 because in the videos on how to do the single crochet, half double crochet, and all those other stitches, I'm going to be starting with 5 chains. So if you want to follow along to all those videos to learn the stitches, I would just start with 5 chains. So that's 1, 2, So yarn over, grab, pull through. That's our third chain. You can see them. They make these little V shapes. 1, 2, 3. So again, yarn over, grab, pull through. It's 4, yarn over, grab, pull through. It's 5. So you can see it better now. These little V shapes. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that'll be 5 chains started from a slip knot.